Oh, hi everyone. Today we will be talking about a documentary I made for Fara Cycling. It is Fara cycling brand founded in Norway. And yeah, let's start diving into the documentary. Link will be here. Then you can click it and check it out before maybe you will see whole breakdown. Oh, Doc is staring at me and laughing. They reach out to me and ask me if I want to do short documentary about the Jeff Webb, who is CEO of the brand itself. He already did Italy Divide once, and Italy Divide is 1,200 or 500 kilometer race in Italy, around like on the gravel sections, mountain section, basically adventure race non-stop, and yeah, it's like hike and you can call it's hike and bike race because with the surfaces you're there, it's impossible to ride it all the time. The Jeff goal was to ride in 5 days, as year before he did it in 6 days, and now with new equipment or new designed bike and also with some training. Well, he just wanted to beat his own record, and that was basically the goal and idea of whole concept of the film. Of course, I said yes, but then it started to be logistic plan, how to do whole concept, like how to actually film it, as is like over 1,000 kilometers to follow. Then we had to, and we didn't know the route before. I think 3 days before the race, the route was published. Okay, we were based on the last year track that Jeff provided for us, because this year we didn't know if it will be exactly the same or something different, as they publish usually the track week to 3 days before the race, and that was the same this year. It was some changings during the race itself, but then I started to work on logistic. I did the whole project with my brother, who was helping me with the second camera and the driving the car and like all the stuff, because this type of project is almost impossible to do it by yourself, especially in cycling genre, when you want to have shots from the car and film Jeff riding or cyclist riding. Then that was like two-man job. Well, the main issue in this type of project, or main concern in logistic, is when you know you are going to be in the field for like 5-6 days, you can't really plan exactly where you stay, when you stay, and if you even go to stay in the hotel, if you will sleep a little bit, like, because you want to have as much footage possible, but also you need to check the trail when you can catch the rider, what is not always so easy. Sometimes you have to hike to the mountains, sometimes you have to drive like in the shitty roads, like it was a lot of stuff going on. And well, this year we had pretty big problem on the first day, because you were supposed to turn on your GPS 24 hours before the race started. As I could remember, Jeff hadn't done it, and well, we couldn't track him, and that was bad. Like, first 24 hours for us, it was just a nightmare, because we had no idea where he is. We had to predict where to catch him, and well, our communication was just like Google Maps. He sent us live locations, but with Italian connection services, wow, man, it was a nightmare. It was literally a nightmare. But as I said, These races you can't predict anything, you just go with the flow. Yeah, second day was so much easier for us from our perspective because we had already GPS working. What changed whole thing drastically. Then, as I said, like from that part, it was so much easier to film, like hike and to kind of predict where he is. But if you do this type of documentaries like adventure cycling, you have to be aware of things in the country you are in. Like for us, it was first time filming in Italy, and one of the biggest problem was like internet connection, because we were supposed to send everyday footage to Farah to make kind of a story out of it, but the connection there was so bad. Like in these little villages, you can't use 5G, 4G, wherever. It was barely any connection. And secondly, well, the thing with Italy, or the thing was for us, one of the issues we had, or we didn't think about it at the beginning, was moment you want to have a break, like you want to have a lunch, everything in Italy is closed. No restaurants, I mean, you have some shops, but if you want to have warm meal, it was impossible because they had siesta, and that was usually when we stopped filming, because we want to be with Jeff in the mornings, in the evenings. That's where whole life in Italy works, and in the middle of the day you just screwed. And we had few situations when we want to get a meal, super hungry, middle of nowhere, we see some restaurant, pizzeria, wherever, nothing there, or I mean it's closed. Yeah, I mean there were few things that didn't went as planned. For example, something went wrong with the GoPro mount, and at the end we couldn't find any proper shop that they had GoPro. What here doesn't happen, but there we went to like electronic markets and no GoPro mounts there. They sell the GoPro, but not the mounts. What was weird for us, but that's how it is. You have to get used to that people don't speak English there. Like, lot of people just don't speak English, and like communication there wasn't the easiest thing on the planet, but they friendly, then you can handle it. Editing part. Yeah, I wanted to do this film as short possible, but with amount of footage we had, and with the story we actually like the story we wanted to cover, I ended up with 12 minutes of film, what is still, I think, pretty okay. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with this project, and I hope it will help you out somehow to like create your own projects, like just go for it. Like from technical part, we used Blackmagic 6 Pocket, we used Sony a7S III, and for the stills we used the Sony a7 III, if I could remember. Like, it really doesn't matter what camera, because regardless what you use, you can do, like with current technology, you can do films on any camera right now. What I would change in technical aspect also would be, I would add this GoPro thing if we had the mount, because I think we lost a lot of story out there, especially this brutal muddy section that we got only in few spots, but we know it was like for long time, mud, rain, and I wish to see Jeff filming himself or filming from the helmet perspective, POV, his story, because I think it will just add something to the film, like this roughness of the terrain and roughness of this course. But yeah, you can't always do everything you want, and we got what we got. But yeah, if you prepare for this type of project, try to get always get your equipment ready and always test the day before or a few days before. Our mistake was just the GoPro mount was broken. Music choice was based on my emotions. Like, I tried to transfer what I feel after like super long runs and what I thought Jeff could feel when he was racing, because of course you have huge euphoria on the first day of race, but after after second and third day, when you are like whole day or part of the day is raining, your happiness is kind of gone. Then I try to transfer this emotion of being down, but try to battle it with some euphoric moments. And yeah, we could see it was like that for through the days. Jeff was up, then he was down, and it was nice to just playing around with the music and show what's going on out there. Yeah, what to say more? I mean, this was this was just great project to be part of, and I think it's one of project I will remember for sure. Yeah, I hope you will enjoy the story and watch it through and like see what happened, how it ended, because there was some twist at the end. Or I hope it opened you a little bit the process of creating the video. And yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy, subscribe, and see you next week.